Vaping is healthier than e-cigarettes. Let's dig in and find out. My name is Dr. Olga Dolghier. I'm board-certified pediatric dentist here at Palm Valley Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics. E-cigarettes, cigarettes, nicotine, no nicotine, healthy, unhealthy. There is so much information. It took me a while to figure it out and compare both e-cigarettes or vaping devices and cigarettes, regular cigarettes. Guess what? Both of them usually have nicotine. Vaping devices, they have complex formula. They have base 1, base 2, they have thickener and also flavoring agent. Regular cigarettes is just a cigarette containing tobacco products, filter, nicotine in it. Now we are actually using generation 4 of e-cigarettes, believe it or not. Juul, the one which was extremely popular, now is not as much. And believe it or not, that one was 100% with nicotine. All of those products had nicotine in it. Even though they were advertised and presented to you, maybe even your friends told you, they have no nicotine, it's safe. It's not. It does have nicotine. And actually, e-cigarettes and most of the vaping devices with different generations are getting higher and higher nicotine concentration in them. So base 1 has propylene glycol. What is this chemical? You know what that chemical is? It's used also to defrost the airplane wings during winter. It's part of your e-cigarette device. Base 2, vegetable glycerin. Vegetable glycerin is very thick and oily product which actually can stick to your teeth. Flavoring. Take a guess, how many flavors do you think we now have? Not 5, not 10, 15,000 flavors. Believe it or not, we have all kind of flavors on all kind of tastes. So now actually middle schoolers even use e-cigarettes sometimes. They're using different vaping devices. They're called puff bars. They're small and some of the e-cigarettes use exactly like your USB port. So warning for moms and dads, when you go through backpack of your teen, for different reasons, I'm not gonna go why, sometimes you look and you're like, what is this? Is it USB port? It can be, or it can be e-cigarette vaping device. If you put two together, you won't be able to tell the difference. That's how creative the manufacturer to get their products to the most vulnerable population, which is your teens. Believe it or not, in United States, about 2.5 million of high schoolers using vaping devices. 63% of users of vaping devices age are between 15 and 24. Let me ask you this. What do you think? When is your brain forming? One of the critical time of your brain formation is actually between your teen years, and it actually finishes formation at the age of 25. So during this fragile, vulnerable time, I'm addressing to my teenagers, you exposing your brain to different type of chemicals which actually can irreversibly harm you. And how many days do you think you need to get addicted to e-cigarettes? In the current time, they did a study and they found out it takes 2 days to be addicted to nicotine concentration in those little puff bars. 2 days and you already hooked on. Well, let's think about it. What about laws and different type of legislations? We have new law which was passed in 2019, which actually restricted purchasing of regular cigarettes to the age of 21. So before the age was 18, now it's 21. But it didn't change for e-cigarettes. You legally can buy e-cigarettes at the age of 18 and older. You cannot buy it when you're under. But how do middle schoolers get them? Well, believe it or not, about 60% of kids getting their e-cigarettes from their friends. And friends are getting them from all the siblings. So it runs in a family. And then kids are sharing. They're sharing at school. One is using, saying it's safe because my older brother is using it. He said it's safe. So it's kind of spreads in your close home society, your school, and that affects a lot of things. So it's extremely important to understand how nicotine addiction can trigger other problems because e-cigarettes, they are affecting, I'm a dentist, so definitely affects your mouth. So we see gum recession, we see definitely increase of decay, because remember I was talking about that liquid which is very sticky. So that creates actually a thick film on your teeth, and if you drink or eat different type of sweets, it actually sticks to your teeth, so increase the number of cavities. We see dry mouths in the kids and teens. We see gum irritation, gum recession, so cavities, gum irritation, gum recession. We can see that black hairy tongue in them as well. And overall, it affects your body. It affects your brain formation, as I said. And actually, they found that one of the ingredients is liquid vitamin E. Vitamin E is great for your skin if you have a little scar or something you want to heal very quickly. But if it goes into your lungs, it's really, really harmful for your lungs. And there is actually scar tissue in the lungs formation. And there was multiple incidents when kids were admitted to the hospital because of the e-cigarettes and vaping, because of that vitamin in this vaping devices. So think about it. When you and your friend offering you the safe cigarette, and it's cool to have that device, and I see it all the time, even when I drop off my kids at school, make sure you say no. It's important because you are boss of yourself. You make decision for yourself, not for somebody else. You don't want to be cool like that kid. You're cool to yourself. You compete against yourself. So if you see it, say no. Simple as it is. Thank you for watching. Share with me if you had any experience with e-cigarettes. And thank you so much. I see you next time.